Annyeonghaseyo, I am Joel Pua.
I am Edwin Ortiz Jr.
I am Vladimir Joshua Perez.
I am Ermian Pirater, taking up Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management at GFC Real Estate College, Pagadian City. For today's video, we're doing our assessment 19, which is about South Korea. Facts about South Korea. South Korea is officially called as Republic of Korea. We also learned that they gained their independence from Japan. And did you know that South Korea have the word internet speed? The flag of South Korea has the color of red, blue, and black on white background, and it symbolizes the dual forces of nature or the balance in the universe. We can see the DMZ top attraction. We've also learned that DMZ is the military zone in this attraction that shows the glimpse of mysterious and brutalized North Korea. We also learned that Nami Island, yes, the famous Nami Island, is a man-made island in South Korea. And for the country information, they also have 14 UNESCO sites, and the top 6 international tourist visitors are Japan, USA, Hong Kong, China, Taiwan, and Thailand. And as you can see in the picture, the Halasan National Park, which is situated at the Jeju Island, and for their local cuisine, kimchi is the one of their top local cuisine with their famous soju. Last but not the least, in their tourism slogan, Imagine Your Korea, means it aims to show why the country is a unique destination in all tourists.
In every city in South Korea has been remarkable to all of us. We haven't seen its beauty, and some places are very familiar to all of us. It has featured several times in different K-drama. The impact of K-pop and K-dramas nowadays is has been pop. The top destination in South Korea. First is the Seoul. It is the best place to start your journey in South Korea. Could you imagine that half of the population here has 20 million residents? Seoul has its own unique beauty. It is a perfect place for nightlife, party, and some of the exclusive clubs are in Myeongdong, where you can shop all your favorite K-pop artist products. Next is the Busan, the second largest city in South Korea that consists 12 million residents. Busan basically is a port city of South Korea. Busan is already famous for its beautiful places and beaches, and I think it has become more famous and known around the world because of the movie Train to Busan. Third one is the Jeju. It is the only place in South Korea that has a direct flight from Manila to Jeju, and you can go here without visa. Jeju Island is one of the World Heritage of South Korea's volcanic holidays. Jeju is one of the most romantic cities in the country. It is basically a honeymoon hotspot in South Korea. It has astonishing rock formation where you can see a majestic backdrop of many green areas. Next Incheon. The international airports are here so are Seoul and Incheon has no difference. There are various recreational facilities such as casino spa and event golf. It is a famous destination in South Korea. One of the cities that lead the country's history and economic development by opening its harbor in the outside world. Five is the Andong. It's historical and cultural place of South Korea. Andong is a place of retrieve. It has named as capital city of Korea's spiritual culture. You can visit the folk village to participate in Korean folk culture of Korean mass dance. Six is the Chonchon. It's a city and widely regarded for its fuller and richer sceneries of temples. It's a romantic travel spot. People can enjoy a unique leisure activities as well as biking. Visit during the fall and autumn season. It is beautifully visited in fall where the colorful fall foliage creates a fisheries colors of gold, orange, red, and which is excellent for photos. Seven is the Gangnam, which is the excellent for photos. Each explosion, people would basically do an exertion. Here, people would lead to an exertion here. There is a coastline road filled with cafes for best coffee, hopping, and chilling while listening to the waves of ocean cruising to the shore. Another year for people to go here because of the food in the K-drama. Sitting the City rose to fame. It becomes the new official 2018 Winter Olympics. It is more famous for the venue of Olympics. The third one, and the eighth, is the Gokji. It is the seafood capital. It is an island surrounded by blue water. That the reason why people visit here, of course, because it is a beautiful chest. The place is very Instagrammable. As a matter, it is one of the most Instagrammable cities in South Korea. Nine is the Osan. It's the industrial city by nature. It is owned by Hyundai Core Ocean. It is a semi-tropical city acclaimed for 4-inch jaw-dropping beaches and spooning beaches and eye-catching natural and man-made marbles. And the last one is the Daegu. It is a mixed culture and traditional and modern city. They call it impeccable mix. You don't have to travel in Paris, experience the magical beauty of city. Nighttime, the city lays with the bright lights and lively music. It is one of the enchanting cities in South Korea for couples and families.
Working in South Korea. Did you know that in South Korea, having a job does not only guarantees you to have a visa, but also help foreigners integrated to the country and start meeting locals to get a job in South Korea. As a foreigner, it's not that easy because getting a visa is difficult. But once you get an employer, that will be very easy. Where you can find information about jobs in South Korea. Well, in South Korea, the country South Korea has a very high technology, then you can always get it online. First is Korea. Second, we have Saramin HR and People and Job. The requirements are graduate with university degree. Korean labor market is very competitive, wherein South Korea has one of the best education in the world. Korea has a different style when it comes to resume. You must download the curriculum vitae with the Korean format and filling out before submitting it the first page of the CV, which contains your personal info, such as your address, birth date, and hobbies. Korean companies always ask for your hobbies because for them, your hobbies will tell the kind of person you are. Also, they have their six senses where there's a lot of things most Koreans mutually understand without explicitly saying it. And by just looking in the eyes, you may understand it.
Next is the impact of COVID-19 in South Korea. South Korea took minimal economic damage overall, but circular specific impact widely varied. The pandemic has a significant impact to the global trade in South Korea and has been no exception to the ice and parks so exports began to decline rapidly first quarter of the 2020 as the country are the lockdown to prevent spread of COVID-19. But as countries adjust to the pandemic in the second half of the 2020, trades began to recover in South Korea. Was pleased to meet the sum of the global needs for dealing with pandemic. That's why even during pandemic, hotels are still open because of the impact of pandemic. As minimized, they were able to manage the economy well without or even with in pandemic. And that would be all for South Korea. 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
Thank you.
안녕.
Bye, guys.